Today our journey takes us to Nara, the original capital of Japan back in the day, like back in the 8th century type of back in the day. And as a result, there's going to be a lot of temples, a lot of shrines and historical artifacts for us to check out. But also it's famous for Nara Park, which has a whole bunch of deer roaming around, and that's where we'll be having lunch. I'm kidding, no deer will be harmed in the making of this video, at least this video, not what happens afterwards. I'm kidding. Anyways, soon after we arrived at Nara Station, we took a quick look at the map and it seemed to be pretty straightforward to get to the park. But as always, first things first, we had to fuel up. We had to eat first to keep any of the deer from becoming casualties, but now we're ready to go. Just got to find a quick ATM. That curry was actually pretty good, I have to say. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, but it did the trick. Pretty hot in Nara, but I can't complain. We did escape the -40 temperatures of Canada, so I'd pick this over that anytime, any day of the week, and twice on Sundays. This is the greatest ice cream sandwich I have ever eaten. Some deer. These deer are super tame. They're literally just lying around here. You can pet them, you can feed them. They're kind of like park decorations, really. After playing with the deer a little bit more and checking out some of the vendors at the Earth Day Festival, we decided to do a short hike. Mount Rokakusa was only about 3 kilometers away with about 240 meters of elevation, but we anticipated that there would be a payoff at the top, so we had to go and check it out. On our way to the primordial forest, so this should be pretty interesting. There's a really nice waterfall up ahead as well, so that should make for some nice footage. This is one of the most well-maintained hiking trails I've ever seen. They even have a water runoff system. Check this out. Finally made it to the top. Apparently these deer are not as nice as you might think. Apparently they would mess you up if you don't give them the food right away.
I could stay like this, forever following you. Just don't get too far, and I'll be right where you are. You're a dream that I could finally see. I just want us to always be, to always be.
hope you guys enjoyed that time lapse. We had to hike through the mountains in the dark. In the dark, it was completely pitch black. We had to use our phones for lighting, and hopefully it turned out. We're here just to get a quick bite, and then we'll be heading back for Osaka for the night. Anyways, have a good one. Today we are taking the Shinkansen on our way to Himeji Castle. This is one of the original 12 castles of Japan. It is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and at least a handful of the buildings on the premise are national treasures. The castle was being renovated up to 2015, so the last time I was here I wasn't actually able to see it, but that is precisely why we have to go check it out this time around. We have arrived at the main fortress. As you can see, it's right there behind us. We're gonna take a look around the grounds and see what other interesting feudal artifacts we can find. We have infiltrated the main castle walls. We have disguised ourselves as tourists, but we have to be careful. We could be discovered at any time. Everything in Japan is uphill. Even the downhill is uphill. As stupid as that sounds, but the heat makes it feel that way. We have come at a choke point. There is a ninja guard here. I'm not quite sure how we will get past him. He's taking an offensive stance. Oh no! We're in danger. Attack! We have made it inside the castle, but not without sustaining heavy injuries. We made it to the top. Mission accomplished. It's time for a cold beer, I think. Himeji Castle, what can I say? Super awesome fortress. I totally recommend you guys check it out. You can make this as long or as short of a trip as you want. If you're just here for the castle, it shouldn't take longer than an hour, but if you want to see the entire fortress grounds, if you want to take photos, all of that, it's going to take several hours, at least budget half a day, but nonetheless, totally worth your time. Lots of cool feudal artifacts and art and just the architecture, everything in general is very much worth seeing. Now, if you're above 6 foot tall and you're trying to storm this fortress, take it by force, you're probably not going to get very far. The steps inside are super narrow. They're probably going to snap your legs, and if that doesn't do it, then the support beams and the low ceilings will definitely finish the job. So be careful when you're going up on those steps. It's kind of a trap. It's a trap, a tourist trap. Anyways, check this place out. Totally worth your time. It's a $10 fee just to get in, but again, totally worth it. With the fortress now conquered, we had half a day left, which we did not want to waste. We made a quick exit and we found a new location where we could wrap up yet another incredible day in Japan. We stopped over in Kobe on our way from Himeji. This wasn't really planned, but we ended up completing our little castle run a little early, so we're now heading towards the harbor. We'll see what we find. Again, it's a total shot in the dark, but it is Japan after all, so I'm sure we will find something of interest. Hey everybody, we're back at our Airbnb. I hope you guys enjoyed the footage today. Himeji Castle was absolutely amazing. If you're ever in the area, again, I totally recommend you check it out. Only takes about 2 hours if you want to take some pictures and kind of visit the main castle. The rest of the fortifications and the kind of the surrounding grounds definitely going to take a few extra hours, but I don't really think it's worth it. If you really like that stuff though, definitely for you. Kobe was kind of an offshoot. We didn't really plan on going there today, so we only had about 2.5 hours to check everything out. But fortunately it worked out. You know, there's a lot of cool stuff over there at the sea docks, and you got the Ferris wheel, you got like a radio station, all the cool buildings, the towers, and the memorial for the earthquake, all kinds of cool stuff. There's lots of live music, live performances, lots of people buzzing around, which is kind of typical for Japan, you know, population density. And it's a little unfortunate we don't really get to go back there for a longer period of time. My buddy only has 1 full day left here in Osaka with me, and he'll be heading back to Canada after that. So I'm still around for about a week and a half, and I don't think I'm going to be able to go back to Kobe. I mean, we are spending about 10-12 hours a day hiking around trying to check out everything, and there's still so much to see and so much to do. Even with the 3.5 weeks that I'm here, it just doesn't seem like enough time. And on that note, I'm gonna crash. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the footage we were able to collect for Kobe and of course Himeji Castle, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.